Welcome to the cat house. As you see, the cats have made a home of this apartment. Cat food over there, toys there, toys there, whatever. Exercise bike for my fat ass. Um, my face. Not to be confused with my fat ass. There's a steering wheel over there. Haven't used it since the first day I put it together. I just work too much. So, anyways, I don't understand that. The A500 Mini, but come on, people. You know what this thing is. If you're an Amiga fan, you know what it is. And that being said, if you're an Amiga fan, you get to do anything you want. Anything. Such as look very menacing online. Anyways, everybody's watching this video like, are you drunk? I haven't drank since 9 a.m. I may have had a cocktail or two, but that's besides the point. So, anyways, no, seriously, I don't drink. So, the A500 Mini, what comes in this beast? Well, let me stop there really quick before I call it a beast. I don't know if it's a firmware thing, but they seem to have power issues on certain USB devices. Some USB thumbsticks cause the system to either lock up if a controller is plugged in or removed while it's on. It tends to lock up. I don't know if it's maybe the unit I got or maybe just the firmware is just being a little weird. It says in the book it was saying a 1 amp power supply, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to actually look on that one. Liquids, temperatures, high humidity, 50 or 60 hertz. Da 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 da. Tell you the truth, does it even tell me what kind of? It tells me about electric shock. It tells me about seizures. Okay. Here we go. 5-volt, 1 amp power adapter with a USB-A port. Problem is when you start to plug in more USB devices, you probably want to get yourself either a powered hub or use at least a 2 amp power brick. Some people say that, that's not healthy for the system. I honestly don't see the bad side about using a 2 amp or even a 3 amp on these systems. I've never ran into issues with power issues. This is the first system I've ran into power issues out of the box. But I am being told that it is a known thing, and they're working on it in the next firmware. Some USB devices not registering. So I found one of these 16 gigabyte sticks for all the games. I don't plan on using like Workbench or anything like that, because if I want to use Workbench, I have an Amiga sitting right there, or I can use it on my computer with my Amiga Forever license. Speaking of which, I don't know if I should get the new one or not. So, of course, it comes with 3 USB ports standard. I wish they would have put 4, which I'm going to get to on the hub thing, is because I don't like using that on-screen keyboard. It would be nice to do that. It would have been nice if they would have took advantage of this right here, which is a lost opportunity to actually make this a functioning mini disk drive that you could put an SD card in, like a full-size SD card. I think they missed that important feature. I mean, if you look at the Genesis Mini, it's got a little It's got a little dust cover that you can open and close. Honestly, I think the mini console should have took a page out of that book because this would have been so much nicer if that was actual a physical eject mechanism. I may, because I know there's some modifications that you can do to this. I may actually install a little button in here and a spring. I can 3D print it. I may actually, when I open this up, I may actually see if that piece is removable or if I can use a Dremel and kind of. I would love to make that a functioning piece. I'm sure if I wanted to build in an SD card reader, I could, but I just want it to function. I might make like little 3D printed discs. I think it would be just neat. That's all. But that's for another day. That's neither here nor there. Of course, comes with nice little cable here. I like the color of the HDMI cable. The same thing they did with the power cable. They all made it this this kind of beige, more like a tan. I'm working on a keyboard that's going to have a beige top. It's a mechanical keyboard, but it's going to have a little beige cover on it. And then, of course, you get the cutest mouse in the world. I have tested this on my laptop as well, on my computer. It works pretty well. So I use this thing a lot. I actually use it in Amiga Forever application while I'm using like drawing applications, stuff like that. This is a really handy mouse for my 3D editing programs. Reason being is it's because it's not a super fast mouse, and that works pretty well. Should give it the Shuffle Puck Cafe test, but there's a lot of lag in playing Shuffle Puck on here. Rather use it with an original mouse. Of course, the USB-C power cable. That's nice. Finally, they're starting to put USB-C on these mini consoles and not the other standard. The one that I keep seeing 8-Bit Dough use on their controller. I don't remember what that's called. And probably one of the ugliest controllers that I've ever seen. I have gripes with this controller. I mean, I'm fine with the color scheme. I'm fine with them kind of basing it on their CD32 controller. Buttons are fine. I mean, fine. There's one critical flaw on this controller that I hate. It's the home button. I really wish they would have moved the home button to either kind of maybe in the middle, kind of like how the let's see if I can find it. How this one, because this is my this is for my PC Engine Mini or my TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and I looked forever, and I don't read instructions. I looked forever to find the sync button. The sync button is that little piece right in the middle, right there. It's a button that's kind of pushed in a little bit. They should have did that with this controller, maybe moved it to a different spot, like higher up, because instinctively, most controllers, you want to hit the start button right next to the buttons. It's kind of like every single controller since then. Usually the start button is, usually the start button is moved over on the right, closer to the buttons. I always hit the home button playing games, and it's annoying. It's like I almost want to take this controller apart and remove the home button and just use a little pin or a pencil every time I want to press that button. It annoys the hell out of me. Maybe I can 3D print a cover for it that kind of goes over it, and then I can flip it up when I need it. What do you think? Or is that just a waste of my time? Get used to the damn controller. It's already got my fingerprints on it. So, but the controller feels nice. It's just, I hate that one flaw in the controller. Yes, I'm winding my cords up. I know. Don't do that! Makes the cords messed up. Oh, it's my pet pig. If I don't, um, yeah, if I don't jump on my stream playing guitar this week, or I should say my bass guitar this week, I might actually just do a day of, and it might not be yet, but I'm gonna do a day of, um, kind of playing some games on here, showing how everything works and what games I played. Really, I just want what I want this to be is like a point and click beast because there are so many point and click games on the Amiga. It's ridiculous. Um, Everything from King's Quest to uh, Monkey Island, all those fun games. Is there anything under here? Nope, it's just a stupid thing. I was like wondering if there's anything under here. No, just that. So, and I did. I cut the plastic in there a little bit so I can just do that. I honestly should have cut the plastic a little bit smaller and just cut it out. But, not a bad little system though. And I'll go over the games here in case you're wondering. It is very easy to add games to this using the WHD load file. When you get it, update the firmware right away because then it allows you to play ADF images. So it's a mixed bag when it comes to games on here. Is that 25? So games include Another World. Okay, good title to put in there. Zool. Well, you need a platformer. I mean, Zool isn't like the greatest. Like, I think it comes towards like the mascot days where every system needed a mascot, and Zool ended up becoming a mascot of the Amiga. But I mean, it's not the only one. Worms. The director's cut. Worms, of course. You've got to put the original Worms. I mean, Team 17's Worms still strong to this day. Still love it. Pinball Dreams. I'd rather see Pinball Fantasies, something like that. But Pinball Dreams is good. Simon the Sorcerer. I've never played that. There's a lot of games I haven't really played. The Sentinel. Alien Breed 3D. F-16 Combat Pilot. I don't know why there's a flight sim game on here. It just doesn't make any sense because most people played the Amiga really didn't. Most of them are like me, kind of played like the platformers and the strategy games. Wasn't really into flight sims. And I mean, honestly, if I'm going to play a flight sim, I'd rather play something that's more modern. Battle Chess. That's a decent inclusion. It is slow as hell. The other Alien Breed, the special edition, that one's a good one. That's definitely should be on here. Stunt Car Racer, one of my favorites. Dragon's Breath, I've never played. They have Speedball. Oh, just Speedball 2. I don't even know why they included it, honestly. I mean, a lot of people like it. I mean, it is a sports title. But I mean, they did put both Speedball 1 and 2 on the Commodore 60 or the C64 Mini, which, I mean, they could have just put the first one on the 64 and Speedball 2, of course, on here. Cadaver doesn't sound very entertaining. Kickoff 2. I'm not a big fan of those of any sports game, really. I might play it for a little bit, but Paradroid 90. Not too familiar with that one. All Terrain Racing. Quack. Quack is fun. I played Quack for the first time when I opened this box up. It's actually kind of fun. California Games. I cannot get the game to work, and it's a game that's on the system. It works fine on the 64 version. For some reason here in California Games, it keeps wanting me to enter. It just keeps asking me to enter more players every time. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if that's a known bug. But yeah, I go in there and I do a practice or anything, and it just keeps wanting me to create more names. You get the 6 names. I'm like, why am I putting all these names in there? So I don't know if something's busted in that. So yeah, that one's weird. Love to play it. It's a great game, but I can't get into it. The Chaos Engine, yes. Titus the Fox. Never played it. Lost Patrol. I'm glad it's on here. I've been meaning to play it. Project X. I think that's just another shooter. Arcade Pool. Yeah. Supercars 2. The games I'd like to see on here though that they missed is Zany Golf. They wanted to put any sports title on here, which I know it's not really a sports title, but Zany Golf. Why is Zany Golf not on here? That is like the first Amiga game I had, and I used to play that constantly. Another one, if they wanted to do top-down racings, why not top-down racing or all-terrain racing? Why not Micro Machines? Another missed game on here. I would have said forget Cadaver. Put on something else besides Cadaver. Paradroid, I'm not really a big fan of that game either. I mean, there's good games. There's as many good games as games that I just question why they were on the system. Shuffle Puck Cafe should have been on the system. The old Broderbund title. That's a game that should have been on there. But I can't complain too much because, I mean, all the games you want, as long as there's a WHD load folder, an ADF of the game, it will run it. I have ran into some issues. Zany Golf being, I just mentioned it, Zany Golf, for some reason, the mouse does not work in Zany Golf in the WHD load version. I'll try an ADF, see if maybe combining an ADF, kind of joining the ADF together, maybe that broke the mouse controls. But yeah, no mouse controls in that game. And why is Lemmings not on here? I mean, I had to do a WHD load of that. I lucked out though because the Lemmings that I installed is this sorry, it's the one for the not the CD32, the CDTV version. So I'm fine with the CDTV version. Same thing with Cannon Fodder. I mean, they're far. I put the CD32 version of Cannon Fodder on there, which is far superior to any Cannon Fodder. That's hit or miss on there, though, because I've got a 3DO, and Cannon Fodder is amazing on the 3DO. Probably my favorite game on the 3DO. What else did they miss on here? I honestly, they should... Honestly, 25 games. I don't know if that was because of the... Was it because of the 25-year anniversary? Or they just decided 25 games? I would have put 30 games on there and just add 5 more to the total list. Probably got rid of all-terrain racing and F-16 combat pilot as well. Would have put some better games on in place of them. I mean, come on, Monkey Island. All through this whole entire game, I mean, this whole entire system. I mean, honestly, they are missing some point and click games. That, I mean, since you have the mouse, Zack and McCracken should have been on there. Yeah, Monkey Island, Loom. They don't have Loom on there. Like I said, I don't know if some of these games, maybe because of licensing issues, that they couldn't get it on there. I really don't see that many. I don't think there's any Psygnosis games on here. Really? I don't know if Lost Patrol is. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of a mishap. It's hit or miss on this system, but all in all, I mean, it was worth the. I think I got this for 110. With tax, you're looking around was like 130 something. To pay UPS to kick it around, which there was a giant hole in the front of the box. Thank God, it was double boxed. Those those flesh wounds on your packages, when UPS delivers it, those cost $10 extra. Just remember that whenever you ship with UPS. That's their seal of approval. Pretty much. So this ran longer than I thought, but I really thought to throw up another YouTube video. I don't get to YouTube that much doing my other stuff and working full time. It's almost like I neglect the YouTube. But yeah, there we go. Look forward to seeing this on the streams that I do, because I definitely do want to do it. Put it back. I got so many little mini consoles. I haven't found a PlayStation Mini yet. I'm looking for secondhand PlayStation Minis. Around $10 or so, give or take. But that's all I have for today. But thanks for watching if you did. Like I said, these are kind of off the cuff. Most of my little YouTube things are all off the cuff, just low production value. So throw some comments in there. Hey, if it's a constructive comment, if it's some constructive criticism, I love it. Go ahead and give me that, but don't give me, don't send me hate, because Vidal Sassoon makes me look good. But anyways, toodaloo out there in YouTube land.